we can review the we can review the last few months. It's going to be September, October, and November. Right? Let's have a look. Doctor Who Magazine's Spin Zone, how they tried to convince the world that Ncuti wasn't a total failure. Yeah, they do a lot of that, don't they? Right, that has definitely been the flavor of the last few months, right? And again, we're talking about AI already. Forget, by the way, I do like what's the name? Gina, whatever her name is. Forget Star Wars or Woke Red Sonja. It's time for a Slay movie. Kiss my ass. I think so too. Star Trek Strange New Worlds hits bottom. Oh God, I can't. Is that the one where they had the you had the Star Trek show within the show? Right, Woke is dead. Can the chicks with dicks finally get that memo? No, they can never get that memo. Right, Doctor Who Newswalker. Just what is happening right now with Doctor Who? Nothing good. Big Finish recast Peter Capaldi again, but it actually looks pretty good, but not the release. Right, it doesn't look good. R.I.P. Chris Bannermead. That was actually a major point in the year. Oh man, poor old Chris Bannermead. Big Finish are doing what now? No announcement. Oh yeah, so this came out on the 4th of September. I love it when I have massive headlines that are massively wrong. No announcement, new Doctor Who until 2026. No, wrong. I love that. Old news on this channel, and it was wrong. Who have been saying this a month, and we were wrong. Big Finish descent to woke garbage. Hey, you would have thought me coming to Big Finish would have risen their game, but nope. What do you think of my raising the colours? By the way, David hates it. I'm sure he does. Man, I was looking over Big Finish this year. It's been a shit year for Big Finish. Like it's like finding here. Let's just go and look at the releases they've had this year, because it's been a really, really bad year for Big Finish. I can think that there are very, very few releases that I've been interested in getting, and those I've listened to have mostly been bad, right? Not a good year for Big Finish at all. So that was the 4th of and now no news on Doctor Who coming anytime soon. No, we're wrong. The Battle of the Masters, the bonkers spin of Doctor Who magazine. I mean, man, that spin is bonkers, McBonkers. It really is. It really is so incredibly insane. Like, how are you pretending this is in any way work? Yeah, wait, let's go to Big Finish for a second. Let's have a look at that. I mean, like, here's the thing: when you embrace the current era, everything collapses, right? Like, just everything collapses. How do I pronounce this? Bijor Castle 4587. Hashtag no hate. I agree with you, baby. Hashtag no hate. 1 second. What am I share screen? We'll come back to you in a second. This Big Finish year review, it's been dire, right? So you had, this was a real disappointment, the first Doctor Adventures, which are normally excellent, but okay, here's what they forgot. They got a perfect Doctor companion team with Lauren Cornelius and Stephen Noonan, right? They really, really, really nail it, right? And they just go off and do something totally different instead for no apparent reason. And the story with Stephen just isn't very good. And the one with Vicky the year before really was good. I listened to the first couple of parts of Zygon Century Infiltration. No, not good. It was okay, but not good enough, right? Not good enough to point about Death Spiral. This is the classic Doctor New Monsters, where they had the 8th Doctor being in a gay rom-com. Fuck off with you. Remove sex in general. Right? They tried to. This is a reboot of V. Yeah, no. Future of the Doctor, no. I'll be intrigued if they have a third release. I mean, who knows? I'd love to see how they sell. Call Me Master again. Yeah, not for me at all. This wasn't bad. Doctor Who and the Brain Drain. Right? I bought this one though. Why isn't it on my? Am I not logged in? No, I am logged in, but I did buy that one. That's weird. I totally bought that one. Yeah, let me look at my, because I listened to it and I paid for it. Yeah, let me look at my Big Finish app. She cried. And it wasn't bad, right? I have to say, it wasn't bad at all. Unable to install. Keep. It's no longer in the App Store. The Big Finish app isn't in the App Store anymore. What? 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 What the hell? What's going on, Big Finish? Here, let me find the App Store. Maybe it's the new one they got back. App. Okay, App Store. How can it not be in the App Store anymore? Hang on. We'll do a search. Big Finish. Hang on, let's see what that is. That's weird. What the hell? What? Why is the Big Finish app no longer in the Apple App Store? Wait, what? Okay, 1 second. Now I'm freaked out. Hang on, we'll do. Let me see if I still have my content library there. How is there no here? Tzvi's account. Okay, I still got my releases here, but there's no app. Okay, I'm a little bit taken aback by this, lady. As you can tell, I'm a little bit taken aback. Available in the App Store. Let me see if I click on the. No, it's not there. What's going on? Look, if I may demonstrate. The page you're looking for can't be found. It's the Big Finish audiobook iBook player. I think we got breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Right? That's really bad news, right? That's really bad news. Here, let's see if it's in the other app store. Hang on, this one go. Let's see if it's in the Android app store. On Google, but let's see if it's there. Okay, it's in Google. Okay, what's going on? Let's go to Big Finish. Big Finish. Inside. Did they talk about this anywhere? When did it go? Technical issues. We're aware the customers who are using Big Finish iOS are experiencing a loss of service. Yes, we are. Our team is investigating. We hope to fix it as soon as possible. It's been over a day, mate. Okay, fine. So that's better than I thought it was. So at least they know it's a problem. Okay. Anyway. The brain drain. It wasn't bad, right? Well, it was like a season 7 story, but it was like one I've heard over and over again. There was no originality to it whatsoever. Time tunnel, no. Van PD, no. Avon Terror Aspect, no. And maybe again, look, you had all those. If I may show you, but again, these are AI Luddites. Big Finish, right? 1 second. They had this incredible book range. They did Blake 7. Not all. Where is it? Collections. Audiobooks. Let me see over here. Blake 7. Walls of Blake 7. Books. Right, yeah, okay. Again, $178. Looks lovely, though. Each book was 2 episodes. Why not get AI Paul Darrow to read this? Right? Just why not get AI Paul Darrow, AI Gareth Thomas to read it? AI Jacqueline Pierce. And then pay the family, pay the estate some royalties. That's like everybody wins. Right? That's the content, Big Finish, right? This is the content that would actually sell. Right, but no, God forbid we should use AI like every other professional production company in the whole world. Not interested, call me master, not at all. Hellwood Interference, I tried listening to this and it was dull, sadly. I wanted to like it, but I found it quite dull. Genesis Assignment, I just seemed pointless, quite frankly. What else was on that, as well as the Hellwood Memory Thieves. Yeah, yes, they were. I don't know, unengaging, right? Unengaging. River Song, no. Susan War, that's probably the best release of the year so far, right? Volume 3, which isn't bad. Paternoster Gang, I didn't like them on TV. I thought they were okay. They fit in the Matt Smith era. It didn't really do much for me. I heard the first point of Planet Chronoid, and again, look, sorry, but no, right? It's just not good. It's not like, you know, 2003, when they would do like these good, cool experimental things, which really, really worked. We're not there anymore, right? Hooklight, which I really wanted to like, I didn't. It was an epic. It was like kind of an epic Dalek Master Plan story, like over 6 episodes, over 12 episodes, I should say. And again, it just didn't really engage me. It concerned like this powerful ancient power source from the dawn of time that I didn't really work. I'm sorry. It just didn't engage me. The 40 box set really did, though, which was, I think, the previous one. Oh, God. Okay. The wokest of the woke over here. 20 years after the revolution on May 3033, Leo and James begin to document and investigate what led to that fateful day. In the process, they learn about the OCAS, a disorder identified as the root of the world's corruption. I mean, again, this idiocy where they think socialism and communism is, so much a better system than capitalism, pure and wonderful, it's going to work for everyone. You are morons. It's failed everywhere. It immediately degenerates into complete corruption. The only place communism has ever worked, right? And they will hate this because they hate Jews and they hate Israel, right? Is Israel and the kibbutz movement, right? That's the only place. Like, woke shit. I mean, 661. It's maybe if it came with a free hand job by Millie Gibson, I would consider it. Doc Gallifrey, no, sorry, you kind of blew that, I'm afraid. The staggered release of it is very, very dull, and it's just full of modern day Doctor Whoism. It's like some famous dark alternate version of Gallifrey. I stuck with it for as long as I could, and I did. It was a 24-part series, I think, and if they released it monthly and it was good, it would have been good. And this was a huge disappointment. The Companion Chronicles families, Stephen Noonan and Lauren Cornelius, they're good in it, along with Carol Ann Ford. But again, these stories are just non-essential. Is the nicest way I can put this. This 6 Doctor release. I bought it. Still haven't listened to it because I haven't been able to get through like the first episode because it's not engaging, right? It just isn't. So this one I might listen to a bootleg of the Fallen Heroes. But I like the War Doctor being the War Doctor. I like Jonathan Carley a lot. I think he does a very, very good job with that, right? But I don't want to hear the War Doctor not being the War Doctor, right? I want to hear the War Doctor being the War Doctor, not some kind of unit version of X-Files, right? Hooklight again. Is that Paul McGann with a I guess it is. That Paul McGann with an eye patch? Why has Paul McGann got an eye? I'd say that's how behind I am. Yeah, Paul McGann is there with an eye patch for some reason. Some weird alternate. I don't care. And I really would wish I could. I want the War Breathing the Land Sea to be good, right? But I don't. 8th Doctor Lucy Miller. That's good Doctor Who, right? And it's from what year? Like 2010. Right, this was great Doctor Who. Sadly, nothing else. And what month are we up to already? Okay, it's June, and there hasn't been one thing I go, oh, this is a recommend. Right, Space Security Service, don't care. This was the Ruins of Karula, dull. Again, it just didn't really engage me. Right, and I do like the 4th Doctor and Brigadier and Leela. I think that's a good combo. I didn't bother this because I didn't like Sullivan and Cross, quite frankly. Again, the way they make what's the name? What's the name again? Eleanor Crooks look somewhat smaller on the front page art. No, it's not there. on the front cover art. It's very indicative because she would never be cast as a Doctor Who companion. Time we're on Charter Pursuit. I'm just sorry, you bored the hell out of me with all of these things. Unit, Brave New World. No, I didn't give it a chance. I used to buy everything they bought out, like literally everything. Hey, you thought it's Geordie, Vampire Week. I would love to know the sales figures of these. I would love to know the sales figures, wouldn't you? I mean, like, I bet it's probably better than the TV Doctor Who that she did. Why don't they use the Chris Chibnall script for their holiday special? But I would love to know the sales figures for this. Again, Dark Gallifrey, and I love Eric Roberts as the Master, right? The Mirror Matter. Who wrote it? It's by Kate Orman, so it's pretty good. I'd rather have it as a book, frankly. Fusion Doctor, not interested. Sullivan Cross, another thing. I mean, Smith and Sullivan. Yeah, I guess there'll be a second box set of it, but again, everything is a desperate grasping at straws. And we're up to what, August, and I haven't been able to recommend a damn thing. Yeah, I mean, okay. They did their version of Sky, but they did a similar thing, a Sky ripoff on a Third Doctor adventure, which was actually really, really good. But no one's interested. Nothing's like the World on Fire. It's great hearing the Ninth Doctor and Billy back together again, right? Because we're having Billy Piper back together again. The first three stories have been, again, the bi-monthly release is too slow, and it's the first three stories have been very samey, right? Very, very samey. Sixth Doctor, Adventures Bad Terms. I'm sorry, I didn't give this a chance because all the Sixth Doctor and Nicola Bryant stuff has been woke as hell. And again, why would you have a Perry release dressed as a pilot with no tits? I'm sorry. What is up with that? Like, oh no, normal human sexuality, that's bad. Bring in the furries. Okay. River Song, no. Sky, no. More V, no. This was billed as being like the Peter Cushing Doctor Who, and is nothing like the Peter fucking Cushing Doctor Who, right? This is very much the William Hartnell Doctor Who. It's a sequel to the Time Meddler, I think. Okay, first thing I can recommend. Wait, what month are we up to? September. First thing I could recommend this year is Fourth Doctor, Last Queen of the Nile. This was pretty darn good, right? You had a really good historical adventure with the Fourth Doctor. Feels very much like a William Hartnell story, but it really works. And then you have a great silence two-parter with the Fourth Doctor, Brig, and Leela, told very, very cleverly, right? The first part, you see that everything from their perspective when they don't remember seeing the silence, and the second part is you see all the bits that you missed, right? And really well written, right? Both these ones, yeah. Again, $30 so far I could recommend from this year. John is back. Oh, Keith up. No, thank you. Alaxio, no, missable. Wasn't very good. Wasn't worth the money. Heard it 100 times before. Not interested. Dalek Eternity, again, no. Bernie Summerfield. Used to love Bernie Summerfield. It's like you're just lost in continuity. Call me Master. Not a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell, mate. Yeah, the Eighth Doctor, Ninth Doctor, and Rose. Again, it's great hearing what's her name, Kibo Kaduri back in the role, and it's always great hearing her. But again, it's another story, a more like X-Files story. It's another one very much in the. Again, these first three have been pretty much identical. The Seventh Doctor, Wicked, it focuses on the early days of Ace, and not really. Yeah, I don't really like that era, right? I like the I found it. Yeah, season 24 interesting, and I can see they're forming a new interesting Doctor Who while I'm making it. But for me, it wasn't really good. Again, why are these not books on tape? Chimes of Midnight and Jubilee? I don't know. I really don't know. I didn't give this a try because I kind of fell out the War Master a long time ago. Right? Let's see what the hook is for it. However, even the Daleks and the Time Lords conspire. The Master is about to pull out his greatest trick. I mean, it doesn't really have any great writers with it, I'm afraid. I see the writers that I'm like, I'm not risking $33.11, right? Afterlife, again, who's narrating it? Read by Alistair Locke. Yeah, it's meh. It would be better if it was an AI Paul Darrow. Third Doctor Adventures Operation Vengeance is nearly okay, right? It's nearly good. The third Doctor goes back to World War II to make sure Joe Grant isn't unmade. Oh, right. So the problem with this is they introduce a brand new villain who's like an old villain that the Doctor knows, and there's no real threat. Sea smoke and other animals. No, I'm not. And other stories. There's some like agonizingly woke shit going on with this, as I recall. It is a Kate Stewart and Oscar story. No, right? Oh, this is the one with what's his name as the 12th Doctor, John Coltrane. I bet he's very good, right? Put out a real release, and I might buy it. Oh God, audacity is nails on a fucking chalkboard, right? Icky thought it's Geordie. I couldn't give two shits. Leave me alone. Hey, do you want to spend $50 on a bunch of old shit that nobody wants? Okay, here you go. Sherlock Holmes Untold, not really. Sorry. Again, it's because you've lost favor with me. So, man, this has been an epically shit year, right? An epically shit year. More Jodie, fuck off. Now, this I'm going to get the potential Daleks, and the War Doctor. And Ninth Doctor, but I'm not holding out much hope for it. It's been an epically bad year for Big Finish. I think maybe one of their worst in a long time, which I'm really kind of surprised about. Right? I'm really kind of surprised about. I don't see anything here really like. I'm glad that was it Star Cops is doing quite well. I guess when they finish Blake 7, they'll move on to Star Cops. I think they should do the Dennis Potter plays instead. I think that'll be way better. Anyway, fine. That wasn't what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be doing a full review, right? But man, what a bad year it's been. It's been like epically bad. Share screen. So what are we up to? Okay. After all these years trying to destroy the Doctor, and in the end, it turns out all I need to do is make him super quick. That really is all you needed, mate. That is all you needed. Saturday Nerd News Hour. Give us 60 minutes. I will give you the multiverse. Phoebe Waller-Bridges, Sophie Turner, Tomb Raider still happening? How? More James Gunn 2 from. Why do a flat-chested... why do they always class flat-chested women with characters with huge boobs? Right? Why do they never go for somebody like me? Kat Dennings. I mean, she'll be... I'm all up for Kat Dennings being... She's a bit too old now, being Tomb Raider, right? But, yeah, totally. Was the series of the queer era the biggest fuck-up in the history of Doctor Who and television? Maybe. You're up to... all I'm saying is that if you're going to bring back the Rani, why not cast Hayley Atwell? And not be nonsensical. Might be a plan, darling. Might be a plan, right? I don't tell you. Red Dwarf down. The rogue short one dies again, and this time by greed and stupidity. I don't even think it's going to come back, right? Finally, a reboot we could all get behind. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Even though bit Nathalie Emmanuel action, I'm all up for that, right? And also, what's the name as a cat? Tomb Raider TV show, a money laundering scheme. Well, that would make more sense than anything else, right? Now we're still in. Where are we? We're still in September, I believe. Shooting Galway is still a one-trick pony. Yes, he is, right? And he's not good at that. Guess what? I'm in a play right now, playing a super quick hit Nolo. Who could have seen that coming, right? Who could have seen that coming? We looked at the Star Trek that we never got. Very sadly. I like Noah Hawley. Again, I like Alien Earth. Not many people else did. I liked it a lot, right? Then we started doing some Big Finish reviews. They got requests to do it. Thunderbirds at 60. Stand by for action. More deeply dumb ideas from Chris Chibnall. You would think he would run out. No. J.K. Rowling bitch slaps a clueless entitled cunt Emma Watson. Yeah. Now culture has shifted, right? She tried to suck up to Emma Watson. Emma Watson tried to suck up to J.K. Rowling, and it didn't go well. These idiot children who owe everything, literally owe everything, to J.K. Rowling. They made this idiot stance. More Sydney Sweeney. Sure, rebooting DC Universe again would be a disaster, but would this be so bad? After years of sycophancy, suddenly everybody hates Rossi Davis. Yes, because the woke always turn on their own. Always turn on their own, right? FIFA Vieta. And then once anything is a failure, they just say sort off. Netflix buying DC Warner. They said that's the worst case scenario for them, apparently, right? I just going to enjoy the space security set. You know what put me off? Dalek Universe, which was Space Security Service, right? They called it Dalek Universe. I bought 3 box sets, and I hardly heard any Dalek, right? Just annoying. I'm sure it was good, but the time has passed for that sort of stuff, right? They need to focus on the brand, right? They need to just make good Doctor Who and have nothing queer or woke about it whatsoever, right? Just make good Doctor Who, right? Which they're not going to do. Strange Thing returns. I watched the first 10 minutes, and apparently there was some heavy pedophilia allegory in it, which I didn't spot. So where are we up to? 1 second. Share screen. Fine. Yeah, did more Big Finish guides. Yeah, none of them that good, right? FSX magazine. I like Predator Badlands a lot. I think that was a real high point of the autumn. I do not understand the hatred of it, right? I really, genuinely do not understand it. It was a really good Predator movie. It wasn't an earth-shattering movie, but it was it felt very similar to the Arnie one, right? I like Prey a lot. I like Predator Killer of Killers a lot. That's good stuff, right? It is good stuff. Where are we up to now? We're still in September. Oh man, the assassin Charlie Kirk, and what it means for the future. It's fractured MAGA, right? It's been really bad. I didn't realize how bad it would be, right? I thought people would overcome. We didn't, right? It really fractured it because Charlie Kirk was essentially the glue that held the Christians and the Jews together, right? And it was awful, right? It's really, really bad news. For all the miserable Boba Herd angry weirdos out there, did you enjoy your time with cultural and political dominance? Because it's over. We all see through you. You riot and loot when you don't get your way. You burn Teslas and wanted to murder Elon Musk. You did murder Charlie Kirk, and you celebrate it, and now your time is over. We've really, in the last couple of months, things have really fallen apart. Right. That's bad news. Woke toxic fandom implodes. That's always fun to watch, right? It is always fun to watch. And Doctor Who magazine, detached from reality and culture. Where was this from? Okay, we're still in September. Doctor Who writer Nev Fountain spews hate-filled bile whilst believing he's on the right side of history. Again, the Charlie Kirk thing. It left such a massive footprint. That's probably the most important event of the year, sadly. Looks like Nev Fountain, my other half, Trump deranged lieutenant, is acting up again. MCU to retcon everything post Endgame. Well, it makes sense. Stars of Change the World, season 3. Not woke, just shit. That's fair. Where are we? With it deep inside Chris Chibble's cunning plan to make the worst Doctor Who until the next one. Lots of Game of Thrones coming in 2020. That actually looks good. Gen Z, fuck it. Gen V, fuck you. Right? I couldn't stand it. Again, all this Christian hate, and I'm a fucking Jew, right? Do you remember the Crusades? We didn't get on so well then, right? Can't stand all this fucking Christian hate, right? Because it's just a hatred of normalcy, hatred of God. I hate it, right? Doctor Who Magazine goes full Jodie. Oh, right. Hey, why are you looking at me like I'm the bad one? Fuck Jodie, that fucking. I know, these people are vile. It was just really vile. Toxic fandom and woke creators total meltdown. Yeah, over being pieces of shit. Happy birthday, H.G. Wells. This was a fun little stream. This is 21st of September. Christian was cutting bland. Woke Holly was eating itself. Let's set the controls of Space Year 2025 and see how H.G. Wells' vision of the future came to life. No, don't do that. That's a bad idea. Don't do that. Mandalorian and Grogu Taylor drops and looks totally awesome. I think it does. I really do. What was it, Atlantis? Just keeps looking awful. The new trailer looks good. Gen V packed with unhinged Christian hate, which is why I stopped watching it. This is about that fucking way. Yes, it is. Yes, I love the Katie Sackhoff podcast, by the way. Really, really digging it. Right? Alien Earth Review. I fucking love this show. Right? I love it. The show that divided fandom, but thankfully not through heavy-handed political messaging. I agree with that because I wrote it. Right? Look, for me, I love the slow burn. I found all the characters interesting. I found the premise interesting. Its biggest, I think, sin was to treat the alien as a condiment sprinkled over a larger story, but it was more concerned with world building than anything else. Right? It did get a second season, I believe, and I think that will develop it further. Right? But I found the world building quite interesting. End of September now. Shooting quit for the same reason I did. We were fired! Spaceballs 2. Yeah, I didn't really like Spaceballs 1, frankly. It's exactly to say it. Worst moments of Doctor Who. Well, pretty much everything's in 2027. And now we're in October. When will the BBC get it? Woke is dead. Men are not women. And drag queens are not innocent family entertainment. Yes, I know that, but they won't get that. They do not get that in any way, shape, or form. The Tony Feld recent queer era of Doctor Who doubles down on woke, weird, degenerate adult sexuality. Star Wars Starfighter connects to Rey. I don't think so. I hope not. J.K. Rowling bitch slaps Edmund Watson. Well, that's always a good story, right? I did enjoy that. Where are we up to? October. Why are so many fans still so mad at us? We've already said we'll do anything to make you happy, basically. Right? Basically. The only thing I would have changed with Superman was to make Lois Lane a bit sexier. Right? She was wearing pantsuits and flats. No, put her in a skirt and heels, okay? Do us a favor. Another day, another bunch of dumb Doctor Who ideas from people that already destroyed the show. They just won't stop. It's just a relentless regurgitation of stupid ideas. Why? I don't know. I do not know. Star Wars struggles to grow past the sequels. I hope it does, right? I hope it does. Doctor Who's weird 8-year love affair with total failure. First time that Rani nearly returned. We're both absolutely atrocious at playing the Doctor, but equally so smug about our failures at the same time. That is true. How are you so smug about your failures? Because they are massive, epic failures, right? Just epic failures. Chill Stream, the Lost and Confused. Where are we up to? October 7th. Lost and Confused State of Doctor Who, Star Wars, what's next for the franchise? James Bond ranking the top 10 possible Bond actors. I like doing a little stream with Bondy stuff. Rusty Davis quits Doctor Who and then just hides back. Again, like him saying he's been persuaded to stay to do his script, right? But I think he's not running Doctor Who, right? Seems like Pete McTeague. The entire RT2 era retconned away as Disney ownership prohibits reuse of characters. I believe that's true, right? Toxic fans weird love of drag queens, and it is weird. And they call me a degenerate pervert for this stuff. Chris Hackett and Billy Piper's new second season continues with the last days of Power State. It was okay. Trump brings peace in the Middle East. Actually, he did, wildly enough. New Doctor Who magazine revealed. Okay. Rusty Davis loses a pot. Special report. No, Russell. Just because most people don't want relentless furries, chicks with dicks, and drag queens in everything all the time doesn't mean anyone hates gay people. Dark days are coming indeed. Why, soon we won't be able to show 4-year-old Teletubbies fingering each other's assholes. Oh, the censorship and oppression. Yes, I know. It's the end of days, baby. It's the end of days. I get it. Where are we up to? The unhinged, we're up to 12th October. Unabashed bigotry of Doctor Who's toxic fandom. Riz ugly head again. Yep. Star Trek Starfleet Academy. Fuck me, this looks awful. SFX magazine review. It's Starfleet Academy looks fucking awful. All right, it does look fucking awful. The biggest or toxic fans say I'm not allowed to enjoy Doctor Who. I say fuck them. Their time is so over. It is, right? You can hang on to power as long as you want. It's never going to work, right? Doctor Who is never going to be successful. Being driven by woke morons, right? Although they will always have an eye patch, says Matthew Pounder. They do. That's weird, but they do. That totally sucked. I wonder what we're talking about. I don't know. PD Rich. Well, it almost certainly did. So this was big news for me. Victory in Gaza special report. And again, I wish Jews, the Israelis would just understand we won that war, hands down. Right? We did. There we are. Victory in Gaza special. Doctor Who, deadlier than a dodo. But will it ever come back? Yes, unfortunately next year. For Christmas special, written by Rusty Davis, unfortunately. Doctor Who season 13, the good season 175 coming to Blu-ray, and that was the highest point of the fall. Really was. That was an absolute high point of the fall. Tron Ares reviewed. I liked it. When Ben Daniels was nearly Doctor Who, but we got Jodie Whittaker instead. Again, I hope that Grant Morrison will just go ahead and make his version of Doctor Who on AI as well, right? Again, wouldn't you buy that? I would buy that, right? And the potential that it has is breathtaking, right? It really, really genuinely is. Anyway, looks like there's not going to be a sequel, which is a shame because I was freaking looking forward to because I was freaking smoking this costume. That is true, Millie. That is true. And again, I liked it, Tron Ares. Even with Jared Leto, who's normally dull as fucking ditch water. Where are we up to? The new Lost Echo is coming soon. Well, they've been telling us they have, but they haven't showed up, have they? Right? They haven't materialized at all. Of course, you realise the BBC will probably add diversity into our Lost stories because they before they're released. Oh my giddy aunt! Don't tell me they're going to make me a furry. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Toxic fandom creators mourn their complete fate of queer Doctor Who and their loss of the culture war. Yeah, well, they've lost it. Mourn it as long as you like. And nobody hated the Trump bringing peace in the Middle East more than the wokers, right? Oh no! When we said peace in the Middle East, we wanted you to kill all the Jews. That's the peace we wanted. We wanted a little piece of that Jew, a little piece of that Jew, and a little piece of that Jew. But no. Right? No, it's like I think this is actually going to work, right? I really do. I hope so, anyway. Look, my kids are off the front lines. I'm able to breathe again. I'm in recovery, right? I'm in psychotherapy to deal with the 2-year nightmare, right? And it was a 2-year nightmare. Let me tell you, you don't want to live in a war. I'm telling you now, you don't want to live in a war. It is not fun. right? It is not fun. Also, not that much fun was Peacemaker Season 2. Season 1, awesome. Season 2 kind of fell apart a little bit, sadly. Not as much as this. Holy crap, Starfleet Academy looks like an epic woke disaster. You know why it looks like it? Because it is an epic woke disaster, right? Oh, God, why? Just why? The Mel case is back. Yes, this was the 19th of October. We've missed you too. Oh, I've missed you too, Sydney. Don't you worry. Bad Wolf in deep Doctor Who denial. Netflix woke death spiral. Apparently so. But a high spot again. The season 13 came out and it was a preview, not review. Bad Wolves are still denying their Tojo Doctor Who failed. Did they see what they did to fucking Sutek? I know. Oh, man. Now, Grant Morrison Doctor Who is the one I always wanted. What we up to? James Gunn's DCEU dead. It's weird. Sounds like, again, this was from the 21st of October. It's like just over a month ago. It's crazy how quickly things change. Sounds like heat fuel bollocks to me. It did, but might be true. Deep dive into season 13's Shiny Disc and Doctor Who CGI triumphs. I'm sure it does. Heavy Metal Magazine. No more. Another casualty of the culture war. Yes. Very, very sad, right? Very, very sad. Are we in the Doctor Who floundering and confused years? Yes. Yes, we are. Ranking the 007 movies, can it be done? Yes, it can. And I did it. And you can see it here on Hardcore Bondage. The hero celebrated the male gazers back. The pure unvarnished anti-Semitism on progressive, inclusive left. Look, all I did was gleefully call for the death of Jews whilst celebrating the inhuman rapes, torture, and murder and attempted genocide on October 7th. How does that make me anti-Semitic? Well, how indeed? How indeed? Another major event for the autumn was the death of Nabu Shaban. Fantastic villain. Like what he did with Syl is fantastic. Sadly, bit of an anti-Semite as well. Just doesn't like Jews. Again, he wigged out because I said there's direct-to-video things. Syl and the Devil Seas of Agredor wasn't very good. You know why I said that? Because it wasn't very good. Right? It wasn't very good. Alien Earth Season 2 Greenlit, I believe it has been. Predator Badlands, I think it'll be good. This will be good. And I was right. Still, being serving wench would have been way better than being married to that stinky Carlos. I kind of think she would have felt that way. Right? I do kind of think she would have felt that way. Countdown to Halloween Spooktacular. The Haunting Horror of Doctor Who. James Bond's best gun barrel sequence. Season 13 Blu-ray unboxing. Yes, I've been actually just watching the Blake 7 box set right now. Really enjoying it. Rusty Davis is back. Right, this is where was this? This would be this was when 20th October. So yeah, this is the end of October. Fandom groans in anticipation. Yeah, I just see all those headlines say no, never coming back. It's done. Never coming back. It's done. I was wrong. Live in reaction to this inexplicable and depressing news. Yes, I will say inexplicable and depressing is the right thing to say. Now Russell's back. Maybe he can come back and he can unfuck my storyline. No, Verada, I don't think that's going to happen. I just don't think that's going to happen. Apparently, James Gunn DCU is safe for that week, right? 30th of October. The media fallout for Rusty Davis return. Yeah, the people were really bummed by it. Right? The media, they were like, oh, God, he's back, really? Okay. Oh, this was a great thumbnail. The Great Disney Breakup. Ivana's on the dresser. Now get out. Okay, this is one of my best thumbnails of the year. Okay, this is one of my best thumbnails of the year. I love this. Right? I love this. Also, new AI effects in Terran's Life are much better than the official effects. The revenge of the return of the bonkers next season rumors is Pete McTeague, the man with the plan to resurrect Doctor Who. Sadly, yes. Sadly, yes. Go. You need fresh blood, mate. Okay, you need fresh blood. Trust me on this one. The Bonfire Night, Rusty Davis At this bonfire, Rusty Davis is going to go up in flames. Oh, Rusty Davis is the guy. Warping in the land of sea. Sea Devil Christmas? Well, close. They're just trying to get it out. The release of it is weird. Episodes 1 and 2 this Sunday, 3 and 4 next Sunday, and 5 the week after. Just like, get it out as quick as impossible. Get it out. I don't know. Russell's really hoping people are going to pick up on it over Christmas. And maybe they will. It might be good. Of course it won't. Oh, God. Oh, I forgot about this. Rusty Davis descends to a whole new level of cringe. Sorry, Russ, but rename it Sea Devils Homo Aqua doesn't enrage the mythical far right. It just makes us think you're a twat. But we're so stunning and brave. I know. But not stunning and brave enough. Of course, God of Sea Devils is clearly racist day. Oh, fuck off, Russell, you woke twat. Yes, and maybe they haven't looked like Sea Devils, right? First, they go aside with their AI video creations, a truly boring issue of Doctor Who magazine, actually quite a good Big Finish release, and a mere one you can forget. Where we're up to Pro Trump and MAGA Paramount and talks to be BBC partner in the new streaming partner. Could this be the end of woke Doctor Who? One can only hope. Guillermo del Toro's and Frankenstein reviewed. I quite like this, but it wasn't great. Right? Its biggest crime was not being Del Toro's best movie of all time. Right? Hey, Guillermo, how about doing something like this for the Frankenstein sequel? I'm up for that. Yep, definitely up for that. How do you enrage a woke weirdos? Well, you put something like this out. You thought I live rent-free in Rusty Davis' head now. Wait to see what's coming 2027. Oh, if only my mouth too. Maybe I'll do a Donald Trump Doctor Who if I have AI. That'd be awesome. MAGA take over Doctor Who. One can only hope. Where we're up to. So yeah, I thought this was quite good. But again, I hate to tell it, Mid-Journey Doctor Who pointed this out. It looked like they had lots of practical effects and things like that. It looked like it was filmed on green screen with AI, right? It did. BBC meets its Judgment Day. Oh yes. Oh yeah, this was big news. We're in October 11th, November 11th now. That they BBC were caught red-handed with deceptively editing, and they're defiantly fighting it. Like I hope Trump destroys them. Right? I hope Trump absolutely destroys them. Neither front commits to defunding the BBC's entertainment arm and moving it to a streaming service, meaning it's the end of woke Doctor Who. Predator Battle's very good. Star Wars Starfighter, I have high hopes, right? I do have high hopes. 11 Rises, the Matt Smith era gets one awesome and another cringe revival. What's the awesome? Oh, yeah, you got the, not Amy Pond, what's her name? Karen Gillan podcast. That looked pretty good. And what's the cringe one? Must be something with Big Finish. I'll be like, James Gunn adapting Animals v Vendetta. I think that'd be awesome if it happens. Right? I think it'd be awesome if it happens. The complete implosion of the BBC spells the end of woke Doctor Who. Yes! Just a few weeks ago, this was the most embarrassing, super cringe thing the BBC ever done. So thanks, Panorama and Donald Trump, I guess. Again, this was only 2 weeks ago. Right? Predator Badlands review. What's with all the hate? This movie was awesome fun and totally not woke at all. And then I think one of the biggest events of the winter of the fall, actually, awesome, was the release of Blake 7 Blu-ray. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. So actually something I really didn't realize, because it was a significant upgrade from season 1. I couldn't work out what was so good about it. And then in the making of, it talks about June Hudson coming on board as the costume designer, and oh boy, does that make it better! They give Gan this like Han Solo long waistcoat thing, right? They give Blake these big puffy sleeves that he always wanted. They get a new look for Avon. The costumes for Callie were like long and willowy. Right, it really is very good. Right, it really is good. I forgot we got the Sea Devils coming our way shortly. Man, so that was the review of autumn 2025. Highs and lows, gentlemen. Highs and lows. Quite a lot of highs and lows, I have to say. I hope Trump bans the BBC from the States. That would be great. Peter Rich says it was on par with Mary Shelley's Frankenstein from the 90s. I agree with you. I have to rewatch that, but I do agree with you from my memory of it. Right? Charlie Kirk's Murder. That's what we're talking about. Talking about Bullseye, the new series is on 8 p.m. on ITV. Yes, and Luke from Dan's channel has been on it, right? So good for him, right? Good for him.
My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.